Okay, Paul from Team Clueless here, and I'm here at the Overlords today, where I'm playing Mark Pocock. He's still just setting up his models. We're playing on this snowy terrain, and we're playing Crusade. We've got 5 objectives. Here, over here, up there, one back here, and up on top here. So lots of them in Mark's deployment zone, and we are playing the long table edge, along the short table edge setup. Okay, let's see what armies we've got today. Okay, we're playing 2,500 points today, my second ever Eldar outing with the new codex. In the HQ slot I've got the Autarch. He's using the Mantle of the Laughing God. He's on a jet bike. He is also packing a fusion gun. He's got the Phoenix Gem and a Fire Mantle, so he's got all sorts of upgrades. He's kind of like a build your own Phoenix Lord, really, that kind of price. We also have a Fast here in my army. He's got 4 Warlocks with him, 3 on foot and 1 on a jet bike. For troops we have 10 Storm Guardians with 2 Flamers, 10 Dire Avengers, no upgrades, 10 Guardian Defenders with a Shuriken Cannon, and they're all going to be in these Wave Serpents. Wave Serpents are kitted out with scatter lasers, a Shuriken Cannon underneath and some hollow fields to improve their survivability. I've got a squad of 9 jet bikes with 3 Shuriken Cannons, which has got one of the Warlocks in it. And finally, rounding out the troops, I am trying out 8 Rangers. For the elites, we've just got these 6 Fire Dragons. They're going to be in this Falcon anti-grav tank here, which is using a scat laser, a Shuriken Cannon, and holofields. For fast attack, I've got 9 Warp Spiders and 9 Swooping Hawks. The Hawks have got an Exarch with a Talon, a Power Weapon, and Hit and Run. I've got 3 Shadow Weavers in my heavy support. I've got a Fire Prism with a Shuriken Cannon and holofields. And I've got the Aegis Defense line, which you probably saw on the table just a moment ago. So, quite a lot of new things to try out, see which ones I like.
Right, for HQ on my list I have a lot of change, aka Fate Weaver for today. He has got Pyromancy Power Fire Shield, Divination Precognition, Biomancy Endurance and Telepathy Invisibility, so quite a good buffing unit today. Also in HQ I've got 3 Heralds of Tzeentch, all Mastery level 3, Locust Conjuration, 2 of which have Exalted Rewards. 1 Exalted Ward is Grimoire, the other one's the Portal Glyph for 3 troops. The troop section, quite large this one, I have 20 Horrors, another 20 Horrors, another 20 Horrors, 2 units of 10 Plague Bearers, and a unit of 20 Bloodletters. For elites, I have no elites today. Fast attack, I have 9 Screamers of Tzeentch and 15 Fleshhounds of Kong. Heavy support, a bit more crowded. I have a Soul Grinder of Tzeentch, a Skull Cannon of Kong, and a Burning Chariot of Tzeentch. 2,500 points of quite a lot of demons, so should be interesting.
Okay, I have won the dice off and I'm going to be going first, set up along the line here. Swing Hawks ready to jump back into reserve bravely with their Sky Leap power. And I have a heck of a lot of demons to shoot. The Fleshhounds are already looking very threatening. We've got all these pink horrors. There's the chariot in the middle there. And then the heavy guys at the back, Fate Weaver, and his minions. Oh, and they've got these discs over here. More Bloodletters and Plague Bearers in reserve. I've got my Warp Spiders in reserve. Okay, Mark's going to try and seize the initiative. Let's see if he can make it. He has! Oh, good grief, this could be really bad. Okay, turn 1 coming.
So, my turn 1, the Hounds scouted, moved 12 and then ran 1 whole inch. The Screamer's turbo boosted, you can see the deployment line there. So I'm just trying to overload that one flank with loads of fast moving, multi-wound models. The Horrors there moved up 6 inches into a bit of terrain to get some shots off. The Fate Weaver decided to play tactically and stay down deployment, fly into his own deployment. That there is my portal glyph, which scattered across for 13 inches. The skull cannon and the soul grinder, which were there, moved up. Skull cannon flattened out to get into a position to fire next turn. Soul grinder moved a whole 3 inches through terrain. The orange squad decided to move a little, shuffle around, and then try and run them. They moved 2 inches. My lovely burning chariot is inch. I thought staff I'll go on terrain. I've got a 1 for dangerous terrain test. Managed to use Fate as re-roll to re-roll that to keep him in the game a little bit. These horrors here discovered the objective there is a bomb.
What's your ball for that, is it?
Yeah. And they've moved up and they unloaded along with the blue horrors into the Guardian Jetbike squad.
Look at 6.
Was it 3 fail saves and then 1 walk flame?
And then some more from big fire.
So walk flame and soul blaze as well as shooting combined to kill 6 of them. So
their leadership held though, so it's a pretty tough Guardians.
Yep, and they've got roll for the objective to see if it blows up.
Go on ahead.
Nope. Maybe next time.
Okay, Eldar turn 1. I'm pretty pleased with the results. With the Autarch has decided he needs to sacrifice himself for the good of the craft world. He's charging against these doggies. He's down to 1 wound, but he's holding them up for this turn. And then if he dies, he'll do his Phoenix Gem explosion, hopefully come back to life. We cast Doom and Misfortune on the Screamers that were threatening us here. And we opened up with 2 Wave Serpents and the Rangers, which was enough to finish them off. We had, so that was first, we actually got first blood over here. The jet bikes, which are now removed themselves back from here, took some shots at the chariot and managed to blow it up with their shuriken cannons. And then they scooted backwards. So we got first blood. The Falcon had a pot shot at the skull cannon, but Fate Weaver's reroll saved it from being immobilised. And the Shadow Weavers had an attempt to snipe out the Herald that's here. He managed to get 6 hits, but he made all of his lookouts saves, so it just resulted in a bunch of dead pink horrors. But I think that's a pretty good turn 1 for the Eldar.
So, my turn 2. I had 20 Bloodletters, deep strike there. Luckily they hit and ran 46 inches. I had 10 Playbearers come from Observe, claim that objective. Which was shooting wise, it was pretty uneventful. I managed to pearl with the attack, pearl the warp on a horror and the Herald, leaving him 1 wound. That Herald, that Falcon there was a git really. These guys here tried to shoot at the support weapon battery and they failed psychic test. Over here, I killed the Autarch. He then blew up and got wound back, and then hit and run that combat to there. The only success I had was the warp song table, putting 1 wound on the quad gun, killing 1 Guardian, killing 2 Rangers.
It's him.
Whole point there, and nothing there. It's caused Wrath, the String Fire AP3, Small Blast. I managed to roll a hit for everything, except for 1. So quite happy with that one. Overall, should be interesting. Paul's turn 2.
Okay, Eldar turn 2. We had the Super Hawks, who Sky leaped earlier, so they came on automatically, landed over here, shot up some Plaguebearers, and then they did their battle focus to spread out a bit, and the Autarch turbo boosted over to come near them. The Warp Spiders stayed in reserve. So then we were on to my shooting phase, and I was really worried because there was both the Bloodletters and the Corn Dogs, which were really nearby as well. I doomed and misfortunes the Bloodletters and opened fire on them. As you can see, I've done quite a number. There's only 5 remaining. And then I was using that used most of my shots. So then I had a few more shots left over for the dogs, so I managed to do some damage to them. There's 7 left there, one of which has taken a wound. The Falcon shot his pulsars and bright lance into the cannon, and very lucky managed to get weapon destroyed results. So that's not nearly so much of a threat as it was. And I think that's pretty much my turn. Pretty good. That's recording.
Cool. Those there got denied the Witch by the Wave Serpent, and the Herald failed to cast. These here got 1 glance, which was cover saved. These Bloodletters failed to charge on the squad here. The Flesh Hounds then went in charging and finished off all the weapon platforms with the Guardians rather. And that was my turn. So that's Paul's turn 4.
Okay, Eldar turn 3. So we kept up the heavy volume of fire. This round we picked on the red and orange pink horror squads. As you can see, we depleted them quite heavily. And we also killed 3 of the Bloodletters, 2 remaining. In the battle, the Farseer managed to wound one of the Flesh Hounds, but the Flesh Hounds managed to just eat up the Warlock, so that was a tied combat. And the Warp Spiders are still hiding in reserve, which is very annoying indeed. I could really use them right about now.
So my turn 4. My Herald there. I was greedy on my Warpstone table. We rolled the result and got a 3, and he failed his test miserably. I had 10 more Plaguebearers coming from reserve. Fate Reaver's now on the floor, flying back, jumping and running backwards. Squad there just moved about and shuffled back. Squad there took a few pot shots, didn't do anything. The Soul Grinder put a template on the Falcon and got 3 jet bikes as well. 2 of them then died on a saving throw for 2. I then put 2 wounds on the Farseer in combat, and my Bloodletters failed their charge. Now for Paul's turn 4.
Eldar turn 4. So the tanks have started floating forwards. The Farseer finally gave up the fights to the Flesh Hounds. The Dire Avengers got out and destroyed those couple of Bloodletters. Most of the Wave Serpents shot up the blue squad, reducing its numbers to 3. The Warp Spiders came on and shot Curus in the back because he'd gone to ground. He was walking this turn. He's hit the deck, and we managed to do 2 wings to him as well. So he's got 5 remaining. And 3 remaining. Started with 5. And we shot the Fire Prism shot a focused lance at the Soul Grinder that failed to wound. The Falcon shot and killed, I can't remember, 1 or 2 maybe of the red horrors. The Guardian Jet Bikes are backed up and are ready to do their attack run on turn 5 as usual. Let's see what the demons have got.
My turn 5, all the horrors shuffled about a bit, trying to secure the objectives. The Wolf Spiders that were there were shot by, I think, as well as being misfortuned. Managed to whip them down. There was 2 left. Skull Cannon then went in, done his Hammer Wrath attack, D6, 5 wounds, and 4 failed. The Hounds there, the plan was to shoot the quad gun, till I found out their ballistic was 0. Then they tried to charge the Avengers, but should have charged that. They lost 1 by watch and got Snake Eyes in the charge range. Not much else happening, so Paul's turn 5.
So then, just at the end of this turn. Turn 5, the Eldar's favourite turn of the game. So the Dire Avengers managed to move out, shoot up the Flesh Hounds, and then consolidate back onto that objective. Oh, we need to see if that blows up and kills them, of course. Nope. Everything else shot at the pink horror squads that were on these 2 objectives, taking them off the objectives. And then the jet bikes did their favourite manoeuvre of just shooting miles up the field to do a cheeky claim. So we need to roll to see if the game ends. On a 1 or a 2 it does. So the game goes on till turn 6.
My turn 6, I managed to spawn 4 Bloodletters, aka Demonettes. They moved and ran onto the objective. Fate Reaver effect struck the jet bikes, killing them, and then shot the Wave Serpent in the rear, which made all of his Jinx saves. Over there, they moved and ran onto the objective, and the Soul Grinder moved up, shot, very ineffective. That's my turn 6. That's Paul's.
Eldar turn 6. So we have disgorged some Fire Dragons over here, some Storm Guardians over here who have flamed those Demonettes and claimed that objective. Over here we had the Falcon let out some Fire Dragons who managed to do absolutely nothing at all to the Soul Grinder.
3 pins saved and 1 glance saved.
Yep. And some Guardians who got out and are contesting the objective. We shot up these a number of times. They have gone to ground, but we didn't manage to take them out. Everything else shot at this squad who have been holding the deck. Oh, this thing shot at the cannon, taking it out. And the Dire Avengers shot and managed to get a few hits on Fate Weaver using the quad gun, but he's still up in the air and still has all of his armour. Oh yeah, he's got 2 wounds left. He's got 3 wounds left. So at the end of this turn, I control this objective here. We're contesting that objective here. I can control this one, and the Plague Bearers are controlling that one. So that's 2 to 1. So the game ends on a 1, 2 or 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
So that was a really interesting battle. I think my main thing I've taken away is I really, really, really like Wave Serpents. They were just absolutely awesome in that game. Any thoughts on the game?
For me, the 2 units I haven't really used yet, the Skull Cannon that got his gun taken out turn 2, and the Screamers that died turn 1. I don't think Demons work as a horde army, to be honest. There's not enough, the saves are too poor, the toughness is too poor.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting game. It's good to see new Eldar in action.
No, I really enjoyed it. Okay, see you all next time.